Hey guys, so this morning I'll be making soap, and today I'm going to be making garlic soap. And garlic soap has done a lot for me, I can tell you. So today I'll be using pure garlic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, puree those, and it's going to be a part of my liquid, which means it's going to be a part of the soap. So today my recipe will be from palm oil, olive oil, grapeseed oil, coconut oil, and shea butter, and of course lots of garlic. And I'll also be adding in some secret ingredients just to lighten up your blemishes if you have blemish problems or acne, stuff that leave spots in your face over time. Here I have with me a gram scale. I have my spatulas, and it's very important to wear gloves, guys, because the lye is a chemical and it can burn your skin really bad, really bad, like acid. And this will be this is gonna be where I'm gonna be mixing my soap. And so watch me as I go. Today I'll be doing a double boiling method as well. Well, I'm not boiling anything. I'm just melting the hard oils like the coconut oil. As you can see, it's solidified right here, so we need to bring that to liquid. Also for the shea butter and the palm oil. The palm oil is just as this. So I'm gonna zero my scale. Make sure, okay, so it's zeroed, and I made sure to put this on it, so it's completely at zero right now. Just doing a little test. Right, so we're gonna just put the harder oils in here and then put them on the double boiler over there so it can melt. Avoid using anything metal when you're dealing with lye. I'm just using this spoon to scoop out the oil because it's much firmer than my spatulas. So the sleeve is too big. Your glove should really be covering your sleeves as well to protect your skin. But alrighty, so I'm trying to get 13.6 ounces of coconut oil. So I'm gonna scoop. Still not there yet. 12, 13.3, 4, oh, 7. It's a bit, oh, 13.6. Perfect. So I got my 13.6 ounces of coconut oil. it's time to it's time to move on to my shea butter. And this is what 13.6 ounces of hard coconut oil looks like. So I'm gonna cure my scale again. Okay, and I'm gonna get 2.7 ounces of shea butter. Two point one, 5, 7. So I got my 2.7. Okay guys, so it's time now to get 13.6 ounces of palm oil. The palm oil is a bit, on the softer side today because it's getting cold. And this is gonna help me to get some really, really fluffy soap bars. So trying to get 13.6 ounces. Thirteen point one. Oops. Too much. 0.4. 13.6. Okay, so I have all my oils, my hard oils in here. I am going to put them to melt. This can also be done in the microwave as well, but we don't want our oils to be boiled, so it's easier to melt them on the double boiling method. So this is what all the oils look like, all the hard oils, and I'm gonna put them in a double boiler. So this is like water in the bottom, and you rest this on top. Okay, get some eat. Push this to the side. So it's time now to weigh out the liquid oils like the olive oil and the grapeseed oil. So I'm gonna put my scale back to 0. This is a 6-quart container. Always remember to 0 your scale. Your scale is at 0. Just keep slipping away. It's whatever. Alright, so we will be using more olive oil than any other oils because the other oils are mainly like, harder oils. That's gonna help the soap bar to be hard, and the palm oil is gonna help the soap bars to be, give a fluffy lather. So we're using more olive oil here, and we're trying to get we're trying to get 16.3 ounces of olive oil. So my scale is at 0. Remember, we're going for 16.3. Ooh. So we all know that 16 ounces gives you a pound. So that's how my scale is. So I just need like 3 more ounces right here. Yes. It's one over, but that's fine. And then I'm going to zero my scale again. And then I'm going to get my grapeseed oil. I'm trying to get 2.7. No, I'm trying to get 8.2. I'm so sorry. So going 8.2. That's it. So I got my 8.2. Yes, so this is what the liquid oils look like. Put them to the side. Now, it's time for me to... Oh, it's melting really, really nicely over here. Let me show you. So, as you can see, it's melting. I just stir that. So, we want everything to be completely liquid. No lumps, no nothing. And just a close. Okay guys, so this is my double boiling method. It's just hot water, and I put this one on top with all the oils. You know, just mix it around a little bit so it can melt a little bit faster. And this is my thermometer. It's really, really hot. We want to, when we remove this, we want to mix it with the other oils. And versus my water and lye solution should be either the same temperature or close. I like to work with like 80 to, you know, like 110. But I don't like to work with it when it's too hot, because when you mix them together, the lye and the oil together, it's going to generate a lot of heat, and it can sometimes cause your soap bars to crack. And I don't want my soap bars to crack. So I'm going to be very mindful of the temperature that I'm working with today. Meantime, I'm going to be peeling my garlics. Well, it's completely melted. I turned the stove off. It's still on warm water, so it will remain melted. So in the meantime, I put the garlics aside. I'm peeling them, and that's going to take me a little bit of time. So in the meantime, I am going to weigh out my lye solution, because when I combine the lye and water together, it's going to get really hot and it's going to take some time to cool down. And I need my oils and my lye water to be at the same temperature or close so I can start mixing. So I'm going to be weighing out my lye solution, my lye powder, and the lye look like this. It looks really simple, but it's very dangerous, so you want to be wearing gloves and a mask while working with this. I zeroed my scale. We're trying to get 7.7 ounces of lye. I'm pretty sure we don't need all of this. I just got enough. You know what? Let me weight on this so you can see what it looks like. Scale is at 0. It's 2.6. 4.9. That is 7.7 ounces of lye powder. So I'm trying to get 18 ounces of water, and it's best to use distilled water because the tap water has a lot of chlorine in it and we don't want that. It's 18.3. Maybe I want to scoop out a little bit of that just so we don't throw off the measurements. Scoop mask can do the trick. 17.4. Perfect. So this is the water, and the reason why I scoop out that extra 3 is because when I puree the garlic, it's going to be like liquid, so it counts as a part of the liquid part of the mixture, so I have to be careful. So the lye and the water is over there, and now it's time for the magic. I am going to pour the lye into the water. We never pour the water into the lye. It's always the lye into the water, and mix it slowly. For this, I definitely need to put my mask on because this is chemical that I'm working with and it's gonna start fuming. If you look closely, you'll see for yourself. So this is cold water. I'm putting the lye in and I'm mixing it around slowly. This is going to get really hot. You'll probably see some steam soon. I don't know if you can see the steam coming up. Let me put it closer. So that's really hot. And it smells weird, so very important to wear a mask when you're dealing with this. And when washing the containers that you use, you need to be careful as well. See? 190. We're trying to get this down to at least 100 before. Let me see my oil. My oil is at 153.8, so let me put this aside, and it's time to hurry. I'm going to finish peel my okay. This is what my garlic look like. So it's pretty close, but we're still trying to get it down to at least 100. My hand right here, it feels a bit tingly. That's the feeling you get when you get burned by light. So what I do to deactivate it is I use vinegar. So I have vinegar right here. Slap some right here. It could be a live burn, I'm not sure, but just to be safe, I want to deactivate whatever is going on here, because once upon a time I used lye solution and it burned right through the glove and it burned my finger. And it was a really awful feeling. So I do not even recommend using these gloves. I recommend you using the thicker gloves. I do have thicker gloves, but it's a bit more difficult for me to work with because it's so thick. I can't really feel what I'm doing, so I stick to these. Okay, so my scale is at 0. I'm about to weigh out the amount of garlic that I have here, because it will be considered a part of the liquid phase of the mixture. So wow, you see what I'm saying, guys? This is well over 6 ounces of just garlic. So this should be considered 6 ounces extra water. Which means I could probably add like an extra ounce of lye. Or not use all of this garlic. But I want to use all of the garlic because I want my soap to be like a real garlic soap. So 7.5 ounces garlic. This is 7.5 ounces. Zero on the scale. Okay, so I'm adding an extra 1.2 ounces of lye. Make sure to note that 1.2 ounce extra, and my garlic puree is 7. Okay, so in the meantime, I am just gonna transfer the rest of my oil, my melted oil, into my already liquid oil. It's at 117. still need my lye solution to cool down some more. Which is at 130. So so we are using 54.4 ounces of oil in total. Okay guys, so in the meantime, I am going to weigh out one special ingredient that is used to make the soap bars hard or harden even faster than, leaving it to get hard by itself. I use 54.4 ounces of oil, which is, you know, it works out to be 3 pounds and 4 ounces. So just to be safe, I am going to use 4 tablespoons and not 3. So I'm going to use 4 tablespoons of, this is sodium lactate. I am just going to weigh it out because it's going to be added to my mixture in the final part of whipping it together. So let me just grab my scale. Or I don't even need the scale. I could just do it by spoons. So, or I could use this just to be safe. 15 ml cup. It still works out to be a tablespoon. So that's 1, 2, 3, and the 4th one, we're just gonna test it in the spoon. Yep. Oops. Spoon is a bit flat, so it's spilled. But the measurement is indeed correct. I have right here kojic acid that I will be dissolving in my warm lye water. This is a skin lightening. It has skin lightening benefits. So the powder looks like this. It looks like crystal. It looks crystally, you know. I am gonna be putting, trying to do like 1 tablespoon. like I have another. The color changes as soon as I put it in the lye water. It looks like curry. And of course, my stick blender. Test. Put it at the bottom. So my lye water is no longer clear, it's now gold. Test the temperature. It's at 105 and my oil is at 100, so I can start combining these now. Right after I whip up my oatmeal, I cannot make a salt bar without my oatmeal. Like oatmeal, woo! So I'm gonna pour in my all my liquids here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put the oatmeal powder in the oil itself. So 1, 2, 3, 4, a huge tablespoons of oatmeal. And of course, I'm gonna go in with my stick blender again. Just trying to break up the oatmeal. Okay, so everything is broken up. Now it's time to pour in my my lye solution. You know what? Let me just put this in one time in the oils to get it over with. This is my garlic. We already know that the oil and water is going to separate everything, so the lye is used to combine. It's like a combine there, or it helps to combine the ingredients together. Oh, I can smell the garlic. Okay, so it's time now to trace. That's what we call it. We trace it, and when it's completely traced, it's gonna be not so liquidy. It's gonna be thick, or you know, sort of like porridge. And if you're trying to get some swirls in, you want to make it a little bit thicker. Time. Pour it down on the stick blender itself so it doesn't spill up in your face, because this is very dangerous, as mentioned before. stick blend. It's really liquidy now. If you can see, it's starting to trace, the color is starting to change. It's starting to look like pudding like. You can see it's starting to get thicker. Still want to trace this some more. Then it's time now to pour in my sodium lactate. 4 tablespoons. And I'm using here, this is milk and honey fragrance oil from Brambleberry. Using 4 tablespoons as well. It looks so much like cornmeal porridge. So this is traced, as you can see, it's now thicker, but I want it to be a little bit thicker before I pour it in the mold, because I'm not doing any swirls, so it doesn't matter. The mold that I will be using, it's a silicone 5-pound mold rested in this wooden box. Make sure it's clean. because I'm extra and I have lots of flowery stuff going on here. I have lavender buds. I have rose. Oh, this is peony buds. Dianthus leaves. Okay guys, so it's time to pour it in, but I sort of want to swirl the top a bit. Yes, I changed my mind. So I'm gonna just pour out a little bit for the top. That's gonna be a thicker batch. Put this to the side. And in the meantime, I am just going to layer the bottom. Or I could just layer the middle with some jasmine buds instead. So I have jasmine buds here and lavender buds. So I'll be putting some jasmine buds maybe at the bottom. I don't know. Let's see. To pour it in. Very important to get the bottom flat. Okay. Put some lavender in the middle. Time to do some swirls. swirl time. So I'm gonna be doing like so and so, so. No, I don't like those swirls. I think I'm using too much of a big thing to do the swirls. So I didn't bother to swirl. I'm gonna pour the remaining mixture into some smaller molds. Oops. So this is the soap in the mold right now. I'm gonna let it cure for like 24 hours before removing it. So I'll come back to remove this after 24 hours and then slice them up. Good morning, guys. So it's been hours since I made my soap, my garlic soap. Now I had poured the remaining mixture into some silicone molds, and based on how they're feeling, I think I can go ahead and unmold this and slice it up, because we don't want it to get too hard before cutting it, because then we'll be applying too much pressure on the soap cutter. And these are made from I think cheese cutting lines. I don't know what they call them, but That's what it says. Cheese cutter, the wire that they used to slice cheese. Anyway, so this can cut up to, let me see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 soap bars at once. So I'm gonna unmold these first and let you see what it looks like before removing the big one. And remember, these are still in the curing process. I usually cure my soaps up to a month. The longer you cure them is the harder the soap bars and the longer they last in the shower. I don't know, have you guys ever bought soap before and as soon as you take it to the shower it started melting away? That's what you get when the soap is not properly cured before you bring it to the water. Okay, so this is like a sample bar. It's not at the hardest phase, it's still soft, but it's hard enough to remove from the mold and to cut it. I think it's at the perfect stage to cut. It really smells a lot like garlic. You smell nothing but garlic. And a little bit of the fragrance oil that I put in it, it's a honey type of fragrance. You can smell it. If you smell closer, you smell the lavender buds. Now these soaps are not safe to use yet. We need to cure them, and I like to continuously test the pH levels, and for that I lather a little bit of the soap and use my pH dipsticks to test the pH level. Okay, got all of those helps. Now it's time we move on to the big boys, which will be this. I am so excited. This is the soap in the mold, and this is 5 pounds of soap, and these are lavender seeds on top, and this is a garlic soap, may I remind you. So how we unmold this is you want to gently hold the soap right here and just flip it out. So first you want to create like a barrier. And then you want to do like so. Gently, like so. Then take it back, because you want to peel the sides to like loosen up, like so. Remember, the soap is not at the hardest form, so we don't want to damage the shape of the soap. So you just want to pair around it gently, like so. And Gently push the bottom. Okay. And out you go. That's the joy about using a silicone mold. It's so easy to unmold your soap bars. Look at that. Now, time to put it in here. Oops. And this is the cutter. You put it in here. I don't know if you can see it. Okay. Okay, so I line this up. We're trying to get it to be as even as possible. I will cut from the sides like so. It's a level. So we want to apply as much pressure as possible, because once you go in, you don't want to pull up, because it's going to make the soap, you know, uneven. So you just want to do one big cut. So it's time to apply some pressure. I want to get you guys a little bit closer. Okay, all right, it's time to go in. Oh, okay, so this will be the last piece that I slice up. We don't raise the cutter, we just pick out the soap bars like so. Look at that. So we get 11 beautiful soap bars. And this is with lavender buds. And I put another bud in there. I can't remember what the name is. Wow. I can really smell the garlic. So cool. And this, of course, is a sample piece. Now, whenever you go to do a new cut, you want to always make sure that you clean these, because it will make your soap bar cut uneven. You always want to wipe these off. Okay, so I'm cutting the remaining piece that was left off. Good. So we got 5 beautiful pieces from the remaining. Yep. So in total, this 5-pound batch gave us 16 pieces of soap bars. Isn't that amazing? So I will leave these to cure for about 3 weeks before use. Then I will test it and let you know what it is like. Okay guys, so remember I did mention that the soap is not yet safe to use on your skin. However, I still need to clean up. So after cutting the soap bars and everything, I still need to go wash my hands and clean up the mess that was made after cutting the soap bars. So these are like shavings from the soap that came out of the soap cutter. As you can see, it still has some petals in it. So I'm just gonna test the ladder to see what it's given on the first cut. It's not even cured yet, and oh my god, look at the ladder already. I told you, this palm oil that I put in it, it's no joke. It really gives you a lot of ladder, and the soap is not even cured yet. So imagine how laddery it will be and soft on your skin after curing. This is amazing. Anyways, I still wash my soap molds and so on with my gloves on, because like I mentioned, the soap is not yet safe to use on your skin. So we want to be mindful of that.